Welcome back to this year's 2013 Run for the Money Telethon. It's the 25th year of the Telethon, and 25 years, you folks out there have really come through for us, and we know as we're watching the totals mount up and get a little bigger and a little bigger, you're doing it this year as well.
I understand we got a new total coming up here pretty soon.
Well, we'll announce, in fact, there it is.
Oh!
You ready?
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
$82,202 we're up to. Okay? All right, very good.
It's magic. We just mention it and it appears.
There it is. Well, if I mention 200,000, you reckon it'll pop it? No.
Right. Well, I'd like to, I think we've got a little time in this segment here, and I'd like to go back once again and just kind of explain to individuals what their donations are going to.
There you go.
And what the Run for the Money is all about. The Run for the Money really takes place all year. We have several events that we hold that help go towards today's funds. But our goal is to raise, we don't really put a goal amount. We stopped doing that many years ago because the economy was tough, and we just felt that, you know, to put something of that nature. Instead, we just like to share with the audience what the need is, and please give what you can.
There you go.
We currently provide 70 scholarships. Now that's 70 scholarships, and those are typically individuals that graduate from Crest at the age of 22 or 23. And what's happened is majority of those individuals, they are on the state's waiting list to receive services. We have a very effective school system to help those individuals get to that point. But if it wasn't for the key in partnership with the community and the school system, those individuals would not have a place to go. And I think we've got 4 or 5 graduates that are graduating from Crest this year that are coming to the Key. And they're going to continue their education and their experience and to be productive citizens in our community. So that's what your money's going towards. The Key, and if you look at percentage-wise, that's nearly 20%. Actually, it's 32% that we have to raise as a whole on a $9 million budget. So if you put the figures to that, we have to raise nearly $3 million a year. Alone, just for these faces that you're seeing, that's nearly $700,000 commitment on the Key Center's part to provide those services. And if Mr. Cole was here, what he would tell you is, why do you do that? Because that's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do, to partner with our local Crest public school system to be able to provide that ongoing education and to these individuals. And once you get to meet these faces, I mean, you've got the faces showing, your heart and your perspective on life changes.
There was a time, and it's, I don't know how many years ago, but it's too close to now, when a lot of the folks that we take care of may have been in an institution, not getting the care that they need, not getting the love, the attention that they need and deserve. And today, thanks to Key Training Center, we're able to supply them with those things that they need. Through your generous giving, we make it even more possible, and more things can be done than even we can imagine. We're constantly seeing the need, you know, around the state, as you're out and about talking with the different organizations in the state of Florida that take care of our individuals. And again, we are so lucky here in Citrus County. We've got such a great community, and every year you just really open your hearts up to the Key Training Center and give of your time as well as your love, your attention, and financial. And we so much appreciate it. And again, today's a great opportunity to do it by giving us a call. Well,
and Citrus County needs to take great pride, because there are other organizations such as ours. There's a ARC located in Marion County. There's an association such as ours in Brooksville, in Bushnell. But the Key is different because no one else provides scholarships, free scholarships, and that's what we do. Because we have made an investment into the community as the community has made an investment into us.
Well, I do want to say that there's many different ways that you can help out. One of them that we need to touch on is our thrift stores that are located in Inverness, in Lecanto, and Crystal River. Now, when you go to our thrift stores, you find just all kind of stuff that you may be looking for at your home.
I've seen you shopping there.
Yes, I've shopped there myself many times.
Yes, I do too.
And you will be amazed at the deals that you find on things that you're looking for at 25% of the price you probably are going to pay if you go into a retail store. Everything from clothing to books to furniture. Appliances. I've seen a little bit of everything in our thrift stores, and that money that you spend in those thrift stores comes right back into helping our scholarship fund at Key Training Center.
Well, our thrift stores actually make 15% of our budget
on
an annual basis. So that just tells you how significant that is. And that's not only people spending their dollars, but if there wasn't people donating items,
very true,
we wouldn't have the items to sell. And I'm happy to say, in fact, the demand has been so much in the last 3 to 6 months, we are now offering 7 days a week pickup of donations. So we've added staff to be able to meet and accommodate the publics, because if you call and say, hey, I've got this couch, I'd like to donate it to the Key, well, we're going to go ahead and schedule that in 2 weeks. That just doesn't seem to work for anybody anymore. So now we're able to do pickups on Saturdays and Sundays. So that's huge.
There you go. One of the other interesting concepts that's happened in the last couple of years too that helps us in funding is a store called Labels in Inverness. Mm-hmm. And for young men and women today that are looking for young adults,
yes, that's
that are looking for clothing, this is, I mean, you couldn't ask for a nicer clothing store than what you're going to find there. And again, the prices are a fraction of what you're going to pay brand new, and they carry a lot of name brand merchandise there.
Yep, there's a lot of name brands, and the way that works is for those in the community that are familiar with an organization called a store called Plato's Closet. It's the same concept where they'll purchase clothing from individuals, and those individuals will either get cash on the spot or in-store credit. But the way we do, because anything that the Key Training Center is involved with, the clients have to be involved. Right. That's just our philosophy. So what we do is the donations now that come into the thrift store, the clients are now learning to distinguish between the brands. And then those clothes are steamed and then they're brought over to Labels. So it's not only buying from the community to make that concept of that store working, but it's also making sure that we utilize the donations that are given to us. But you're looking at like a pair of Hollister jeans for $8, $10. So back to school is coming up.
There you go. Great time to be stopping in the Labels.
It's a great time. They always have sales. It's located in Inverness, right behind the Inverness Government Facility.
You got it.
Down there, downtown.
Okay, right next to the Hen House Restaurant. If you happen to eat downtown, you know what I'm talking about. So drop in there and check it out. Now, again, I want to just take a quick shot of our telephone bank, because these folks need to be answering our phones this morning.
Yes,
they're waiting on your call, waiting on your donation. And again, I emphasize it doesn't matter what you want to donate, whether it's $5, $10, $500, whatever. We accept and we encourage you to give as much as you can.
And it's a tax-deductible donation.
It's a tax-deductible donation, and the numbers to call, we've got them on screen for you. There's a toll-free number, 888-377-0340, because we do have folks who are watching outside the immediate Citrus County area. Plus, locally, call 527-2341 and make a donation. And I think Aaron and Jay and Lee and his wife over there, they're all anxious to answer the phone and talk with you and take your donation.
Right. Going back to the scholarships too, a lot of people, when we talked about donations, $5, $10, $20, $25, for us, for an individual to attend our day training program on an annual basis is about $8,400. So that's a lot of $5, $10s, $20, but that's what makes that work. I mean, last year, I think this time we raised a little over $200,000.
$238,000? some change. Yep.
To go towards King. And now we're not sure what today's total is going to be. We're going to continue to add, because we've got the Zoomathon, I think, was last Sunday that
Yep.
took place. Marilyn Dennison kind of has taken that under her wing and raising funds. We've got several events happening on campus today. So as the money comes in, we'll continue to add that to our total.
Okay. And in case, we mentioned the events on our main campus, there's still plenty of time for you to come down wherever you are in Citrus County and join the fun right here on the main campus. Our runners are coming in any minute, and the big celebration kicks off of course, at noon.
Yep.
And it's so exciting. I just can't put it into words for you to watch these guys and gals who have spent now 6 days on the road and 180 miles. When they come running in, it is a huge celebration.
We have a caller that would like to know the name of the street where they're running in.
Okay, well.
Basically, they take Highway 44 in, and then our campus, so they'll go from like the McDonald's and Crystal River, they kind of gather there before the last run and then hit 44. And then our campus is located on 5399 West Gulf to Lake. You'll see a big yellow and white tent kind of by our Key Training thrift store. And that's on Van Norwick is where they'll come through.
Yep. Come right straight down Gulf to Lake Highway or Highway 44 if you're an old stir around Citrus County. And we hope that a lot of folks are standing out along the 44 route that are cheering them on, too.
That would be great, because like I said, these individuals, and there's a few that pretty much take a week off from vacation, their own PTO time, to do this run on our behalf.
And again, we are so thankful to those folks in the community that help us out in so many different ways. It's hard to, just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But really, we do appreciate it so much.
So it's actually the walk the mile in my shoes is at 11:30. So that will start, and that's a 1 mile walk. And then the runners will come at noon. And then I really encourage, if you can't come out, because like I said, we don't know if it's raining outside or not. If you cannot come out here physically, please do watch the 12 to 2 o'clock hour, because the runners will come in, and I'm really interested to hear their stories this year, because I imagine there's some
There's always interesting fun that happens on the road. People all along the route in the multiple counties that they go through have over the years come out and greeted them and cheered them on as they were coming down through, and made donations as they were coming down through each of the counties on the 19 route. It's really exciting.
Yeah, but what are you doing? What is this for? And then
when they find
there's
out,
a nice little card.
Yep.
We have a little card that gives them, that we give to them to explain what it's all about.
Now, we talked about our Citizen of the Year,
Marilyn
Dennison, and Zumba. So I think we're going to, that's
Okay.
So we're going to watch a little bit of Marilyn and one of her Zumba classes, okay? Stay with us.